maybe I should actually have checked that first. So I guess before I go anything else, like, what's up, guys? Reaper here. Welcome back to development. Simple as that. Yes, today we're doing another development stream. I'm going to look at some. Actually, I'll probably switch this over to VS Code because we're going to be looking at VS Code for most today, I think. And I'll be explaining what my process is and what I've been working on so far. But in the meantime, at least give me a second. I'm trying to put some stuff together so I have some back music to go with all this. Just need to make sure everything is in place because I didn't actually have this. I don't actually use media players, so none of this is actually set up already. And before I just kind of set everything on shuffle. It's still weird how all this is split up like how it is. It's just I think there's like duplicates of every song because it's like one of them it's in FLAC, one of them's in MP3, and it's so it's gonna play two of them for each one. And it's kind of stupid, but it's not stupid. It's just an unfortunate circumstance of how it works. But yeah, whatever. We'll work with it. We'll work with it. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. Make it work yet. As long as I know which one I'm looking at, anyway. Because this one is 56. This one, the other one's 44. Why do they have? Why do they not have the same amount of songs? This one's the way. These are the WAV files. I think I need to download the ones for the DLC. That's probably why. These are for the. This is for. This is for Skullgirls. Okay, and then Spirit Fair, Fairy, and then yeah, Toho Luna Nights. Gonna blow my ears off, but okay. We'll work with it. Oh, that's all the ones. Okay, that's fine. I think I got this playlist set up. Plenty of music to go with. Probably too much because a lot of these are duplicates, but we'll just it is what it is. I just have to put this on shuffle if I can know how to do that. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. I've got to actually set my mic volume. Okay, so here we are. We're actually into it now. What's up, guys, and Rupert, and welcome back to development. That's really it. We're doing game development here. I've got some music set up. I had to get that stuff put together because I didn't actually have a playlist set up already. Some duplicates here and there. It's gonna be unfortunate, but it is what it is. Regardless, yeah. So let me go over what we're actually gonna be doing today and what I actually have planned. So, looking at the tickets I have left over, and I can show you in a minute. Here, let me change desktops. Well, let me actually switch to this and which window capture. Yeah, so you guys can see what actually what is it? What I've got left to do. At least one of the things I've been looking on. So this is what I'm working on right now. Reason why is because it's blocking a couple of tickets. I had this thing, the ticket where it adds some text for these hint objects that I think we made in their stream. They show primarily they're showing the they're right now they have keyboard controls. They're showing keyboard controls. So it's like press space dash, move, use WASD to move, that type of thing. Of course, I want this game to have controller support, so I needed to have more than just that. As well as this kind of thing where, actually I think this is what that is, and this one's just for general stuff. But in trying to make these two things, I realized I kind of needed more, and it kind of led me to making, well, I did do it a little bit more than that. So, yeah, I ended up making this ticket. And this is what I'm working on right now. Actually, let me put this in progress and I'll assign myself to that. So this is what we're working on today. And there's my deadline right there. But let's move this. Let me change the window back again. I'm going to change it to VS Code. And I'll start with my actual process here. You can see what I've got going on. I'm kind of making this similar to what it is for the Statistics Manager. I don't know if I'm going to have this entirely the same as... Like, it's kind of a mix. I don't know if I'm going to have this as the exact same as this one or be a mix of the two of them, like this and that. But I really don't want... I don't want to have, like... What I was thinking about before... was like, this is more of just like, it's more like a middleman kind of class. I mean, it's important that I have something else. I don't want the save and load data stuff to be in the player data class. At the same time, I don't want this to be like a middleman. I want something to manage data. I don't know. I haven't decided really fully yet what to do with this. I think I'm gonna make this into a class, so I can put this. I'm probably gonna make this into a class, so I can actually put some methods in here to manage the data, so that way you don't have to. You don't have to go through this one. Actually, I think it just makes more sense to have it in here, especially if I start editing these and they start getting more complicated. And I had thought about before as well how I want these to manage or manage this. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, I don't know what songs are playing. Oh. Okay. So what's the first thing to do? First things first, I think she wanted to see if this works. And then I want to edit something. And I'll show you in a minute what I'm actually going to do. I want to remove this. I want to move this into the JSON I have right here. With this under this joystick controls. I'm actually going to make this its own key, and then I'm going to have a separate thing called, I'm going to have an overall object called joystick settings, keyboard settings, joystick settings, and then joystick controls will be underneath that. That's what I'm planning on doing, and I'll have the dead zone as one of the options as part of that. The only problem is, the problem with that, the reason why it's defined up here like this, as you can see, it's actually an issue with C# itself. So, in order for it to detect the input types, and I was actually working on this, in order for you to be able to do something like this, these numbers and everything that's being evaluated needs to be a constant value. So you can't have any evaluate statement. It needs to be a constant value. So this is the only way I could actually make it work, or the only way we could do this, or the only way to do it in here like this. Well, I had to do it like this. So I'll have to figure out something else. I might just make it an if statement. It's more disgusting looking. It's not as clean as a switch statement is in this case. But at the same time, I don't want to just define this in here because people's controllers might be different. Some people might have a lower dead zone, maybe some people might have a higher dead zone. Who knows? So I don't want to just be like, I don't want to just have a constant value declared in the code. Of course, it's going to be default settings. That'll be constant value or whatever in there, but that's still configurable. That's fine. I just don't want it in the actual code itself. I don't want to have to go in here to change that kind of value. It doesn't make much sense. So if I need to make this if statement, I will and I can. It just doesn't look as clean. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But we'll work on this in a minute. I want to make sure that this load method works and the save and load works. So I want to first, I think I made a little thing here. It's what I left off yesterday. I will make this a more flexible method. One thing I realized is because the settings data and the player data classes both have, they're both, this is very similar to this. Like they're basically identical except for the fact that they both use a different class. What I'm actually going to do is I'm probably going to make this, I'm actually going to make this like a data converter with a generic type so that we can put in a class that just inherits from, hold on, let me show you what this, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Because you can see for each of these, they all inherit from this interface that I've made called JSON Object Convertible. That's some little dependency injection stuff. Bit of inheritance I came up with, made it easier for me to convert objects to and from JSON. It was creating them as JSON objects and converting them from JSON objects. It made it more, because I'm coming from a JavaScript kind of background somewhat, so it made it more JSON, or made it more JavaScript-esque. Made it easier to actually make the objects just how they look, make it from how they look or to they look. Just to and from code makes it easier for me, especially with how it was working with player data. I can go over that in a second. Either way, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I wasn't really planning on doing that now, but I'm going to, I might as well do it now. I'm going to, Actually, yeah, no, I might as well do it now. I probably won't change the player data one yet, but I will at least change this one. So instead of doing settings data converter and making it player statistics or whatever, I'm gonna actually put this in the Jason Godot class, or Jason BSS Godot Jason namespace. I'm gonna rename this as JSON object converter. JSON object data converter, that's fine. And then we're going to do JSON object. I'm actually going to bring it here. Object. Data conversion for the data conversion for JSON objects. And I'm going to do T JSON object data converter T. Come on. No, do that to me. God dang it. Okay. And another one. There we go. I'm gonna have to do where T I JSON object convertible T. Okay, that's good. And make this T save type. Okay, this might be an issue. Accessible then JSON object data converter. What? Hold on. Inconsistent accessibility, constraint type identifiers, list accessible identifier. Wait, what? I is eternal, C is public. Constraint may enforce the generic parameter be less accessible than the generic class itself. In the following example, where generic class C, generic type T is declared public, the constraint attempts to force T to implement an internal interface. If this were allowed, the only class with internal accesses would be able to create the planner for the class. And in fact, class would be okay. So I'm assuming to fix that, we would go over to this and do public. What the heck am I listening to right now? Oh, this is... I didn't expect that from that game. Okay. Interesting. I'm making these public. I don't know if that's going to work. Oh, wait, hold on. Basic convertible. Does that work or no? Am I doing this right? Probably not. I don't know if I'd make this L. Make this L, I think. No, not quite. Okay, hold on. I'll make this... I'll figure something out here. I think it's by default internal. We'll figure it. I'll... Okay, we'll find them. You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it right now. We're not gonna worry about it right now. This is not... This isn't the idea for the future. I'll work on this. I'll work on this after the idea. Everything else is done. No, we're not saving that. I will... You know, we'll figure that out later. This is something else. That's something I need to actually test and deal with crap and all that kind of stuff. I'll worry about that later. The I don't want to rewrite code, but I don't. Whatever. Do that. We'll do it another time. But right now, I want to make sure that works. I didn't make this flexible though because I need to make sure that it actually can load both, like default settings and the info types. I actually need to make a class for this, or a struct for this because I don't. I did have one. I didn't remember. I don't remember where I put it. Also, I need to change this. Hold on. Make that rename this. Make this instead. Let's make this keybind data. That's more. And I say idiomatic. Is that the right word? Actually, not sure. Is that idiomatic? If you have any questions, by the way, of anything about anything, let me know. I don't know. Anyway, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Can't remember if this video get hit by I cannot wait for this video to get hit by a copyright claim for some random song that I don't know about. Probably Deltarune, actually. That usually gets by Deltarune. Alright. Do keybind. Actually, hold on. Let me just do this instead. It's keybind. And then in here as well. Just go control. Perfect. Alright. There we go. And I'll commit that in a bit. So, where were we? Have the conversions made. This is gonna have to change. I'll probably make this an actual. I'll probably make that an actual struct itself, and then I'll make this a class. I had actually made separate classes for these, but what I was thinking of in my mind is you would say, okay, let me edit this, like say, sound volume or whatever. You'd input the key of sound volume, and then you could change, and you can method, edit setting, you put in a key, and then you put in the new value, and then it would go and do that in the respective dictionary. Why are all the songs from Touhou Luna Nights all louder than everything else? I swear to God. I don't know if the volume's off, by the way. I didn't. So this game's songs are much louder than everything else. I have a nice perfect balance of audio, and I'm just getting blown out here by this one. But alright, in any case. I do love this song though. I'm sorry. I may make a remix of this, bro, at some point. I don't know. I haven't made a remix in a long time. I think I've mentioned that before, though. Shoot, wrong thing here. Type data. Let's see. All right. Source. Data. I might make this statistics. I don't know why I have to taste this anyway. Man, doesn't make sense. Yeah, why not? I mean, admittedly, I'm actually, I normally do just sing where I'm working and stuff. It just makes it a lot easier. Or something in the background, or some. I need more than just this. We're having fun today. I say having fun. I'm doing code, but you know what? Who say code can't be fun sometimes? Well, coding is fun when I'm working on a project like this. Very different than working on doing stuff at work, which can be really frustrating sometimes, especially when trying to get stuff done or trying to get one thing done and 15 other things pop up. Really, really frustrating. Okay, so my question is, how do I want to handle this? Oh, you know what? I have an idea. It's going to be, so just like the other things, there's going to be like it's going to be a key. It's a dictionary. So this would be the key, and then this would be all the pieces. So I'm going to put this in here, and then this would be the key of the dictionary. So the entire data. Okay, I got it. Wait, did I just hear a Discord notification? Wait. Okay. They're making, either I'm being insane, or getting insane over here, or I don't know. All right. Shoot. Okay. Hey, sorry. Yeah, fat fingering on the keys. This is going to be read-only. I mostly want these to be read-only. That's what bugs the serializer. That's why I end up having to have the conversion methods. It really does not like when I make these things read-only. Lovely. Problem that I'm gonna have to worry about here is I want these being compatible. God, please. I want these to be compatible with the actions. So going back to the, I'm gonna go back to the, what is it? The engine for a second. I kind of want to be, well, these. Kind of want to be able to plug that in, or at the very least, like say, okay, and get the input type for up, whatever, for, you know, whatever device it is. If it detects an Xbox, it detects a Nintendo, or the Switch controller, and whatever it needs to do, whatever it's detecting, and just like it can go in there, or maybe not use a key, but you know, it actually, you can look at it and it makes sense. That's what I'm intending. To be fair, this is more just for the actual buttons themselves, or the buttons themselves. So what I have to edit in the code, or edit in settings again, is wherever it says like left stick or something like that, I'll change it to right button or this, something like that, and then I want to make it, what is it? Oh, so that way I can, it's interoperable with this, the type data stuff. It's still looking at the, okay, hold on a second. I need to slow down for a minute. I'm actually tripping over my own words here trying to talk about stuff. Because admittedly, what I'm supposed to be doing today is actually looking up, I'm supposed to be looking up photography stuff. Because I'm supposed to be, what was it? I don't know if I mentioned before, but for my phone, both my cameras on my phone are broken. So one of them got broken from heat. I was left in the car and on a really, really hot day, and I came back in the car, and one of my lenses were broken. The one that was like the zoom lens, and my iPod, that was a giant just spot of dead pixels in the corner. So I take heat very seriously now. Unfortunately, a little too late, but hey, at least I still had a working camera. Until there's one moment where, actually, what game is this, by the way? Oh, I figured. So there's one game. Oh, this haste. Yep. Until there was one day where I ended up, what is it? Oh, no, I was putting like my keys in my pocket, same pocket as my phone. And I put my my knee or my knuckle was resting against the lens of the other camera, and just so pushing it in there. I think I put a little bit too much force on the lens, and it just broke, just cracked the lens glass. So now both of them are broken. So I'm not getting a new camera. I'm not getting a whole new phone, of course. But repairing phones nowadays is a lot more complicated than it used to be. So I don't have the tools to do it anyways. But even if I did, it's a lot of time, a lot of skills that I don't have. So I'm like, screw it. This is my opportunity to get into photography. So that's what I'm planning on doing. So I'm looking into a bit more stuff. I was looking into photography stuff already for a short story I was writing. But I asked my friend, I was like, hey, you guys want to go to the place with me? I think I did talk about the story before. I think it was during the Warframe stream. But I was supposed to be looking at photography stuff all week. And I only started yesterday. Yesterday night. Like, I think I looked at photography stuff for like a half hour. And it is expensive as heck. So yeah, I have to shuffle some money around, but it's an investment, to be fair. It's fine. I'm just going to hurt. It's just definitely not going to be. It's not even like, well, I guess the better way of putting it is, if I'm going to be spending a lot of money on an object, I should probably know what I'm getting. So it's important that I do some research on it and actually come with some questions. Even if I come with questions, at least I kind of know what I'm looking for, instead of like, hey, can you do my work for me, So I have to, after this stream, I have to go spend some time doing all that. Actually, I might even make this stream that long, because I actually do need to spend some time doing that. I have some cameras I wrote down. A lot of them are more expensive than more expensive than my budget really should be allowing. But I at least want to know, hey, at least have an idea of what I'm looking for and kind of what I want or what I'm willing to trade off for, stuff like that. And then I can worry about figuring out exactly what on the list, in terms of actually having a hierarchy of what I want to get, and then go through that list as I get to when I get to the store, and actually ask some questions as well on there. This is all the pieces. It's good. All right, so what I'm gonna do, okay, so now that we have that in place, I'm gonna actually write the conversion methods. Let's do nope, not that. JSON object convertible. So you might see that I've named these things a bit differently. Oh, hold on. Nope, come on. Oh, sorry. God dang it. There you go. So you might see that I named it a bit differently than what's actually in here. That's fine. I'll rename it, because I'd actually rather them name like this. Just makes it look better. Oh, I see. But let's see here. Object to JSON object. Oh, I'm like, what are these? I haven't listened to a lot of these soundtracks already. It's actually kind of good, because I figure out what I like about these soundtracks and then put it in my iPod later. I haven't put all these songs on my iPod yet. Either way. So I'm just visualizing what exactly I want to. So the benefit, because what I try to do is I write the JSON file first, so I know how I want the end product to look, what I'm converting to, what I'm converting from. That's the important part. So now with that in mind, I can say, okay, this is make an object new. Actually, okay, I have an idea. Okay, this is what we're gonna do instead. New JSON array keyword and new. Yeah, just write new, and then do keywords. I should have my extensions method on here using the Cisco extensions, and then for each keyword, and then we're going to add keyword. There we go. And that works. And now we're gonna do return new JSON object. And you'll see why I'm doing JSON object instead. You can do keywords equals keywords. Okay, hold on. I need to make this a string. Keywords. Make this keywords. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, this, how many, I need to see. JSON array class, what are the constructors? Okay, no, it doesn't have any constructors with the regular array. Just wanted to know. Okay, is it an enumerable JSON values, or just a JSON value array, which is not what we have. So yeah, just do a straight conversion. That's out of water. I might have the water bottle here. All right. Let's keep going. Keywords. I think this is Spiritfarer or Spiritfarer. Yep. Beautiful soundtrack. Catch me off guard all these times, man. North button. I mean, this is you kind of see what I'm doing here. Button south. Button. South button. West button. West button. I mean, yeah, it's just, it is what you'd expect. It's writing all this stuff out. This button, start button. Probably won't need all of these. That's fine. Start button. Start button. Select the button. Which one? I know this is Jilted. I just don't know which song this is. This thing's familiar. Oh. Refight. No, this is Refight. Dark Zone. Oh. There it is. Ghost Fight. I mean, it's Ghost Fight, yes, but the actual song is from Jackenstein's boss fight. You're taking too long. I put it to Toby to actually make a new meme for each chapter. Or really a new set of memes at this point. I decided yet if I want to make this a string or if I'll make this an actual action. I'm not going to leave the string for now. I'll figure out how to make this into an action later. This is really just for showing stuff. The controls is where I'm more worried about actually making into actions. Trigger. Ah, this is lovely. Nice calming coding session, isn't it? Isn't that nice? That was annoying. Here's the actual annoying part of this though. This is usually the conversion from input type data. Oh. Object. data. You know, just do var data equals new input type data. Okay, let's risk rain too. And later we'll return data. And without this actually be empty or not is up to the what gets converted. Do if object try get value keywords. It's eventually doing the opposite here. It's just a little bit more complex because of the amount of checks you need to do to make sure things aren't null, whether things are actually present or not. Out JSON node, do key node, and then I need this to be an array, so do JSON array, new key array, key node as array, and then what is that for? It's a new array. Oh, you know, I have an idea. Key node or key array. Is it actually a way of converting it into a straight array or no? I don't think so. As no. So to do. Oh wait, no, I have extension for this now. Lovely. Actually, that's perfect. Dot for each key value, and then we'll do key binds, or no, keywords. It's a length, right? Key array dot length. Is there a length or count? Count, yes. Okay, good. I'm gonna do string. Actually, no, hold on. Var keywords was new string, and then key array. No, key array dot count, and then I don't have a new extension method with the. Oh, I have an idea. Okay, I'll fix it. Make a new extension method right now. Well, I do want that to be on there just in case. So I'm gonna make. Let's go here. This one, JSON for each. Copy. Oh, I should actually hold on. I didn't even do this before. Okay. All right. Hold. You know, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. We'll do the extension method first, and I'll put the documentation on there. Node index. Oh, no, hold on, not index, just int. And there we go. And then instead of for var node and array, we're gonna do a regular for loop for int I equals 0, I array dot count I plus plus, and then action array I and I itself. Perfect. Now that'll overload, so that's good. I'm not gonna use the extension ones here. I'm gonna let's go with 6 extensions. Okay, and no, I did. There we go. Actually, the extensions, and then I'm just gonna copy these ones because I've already made them. It's the same thing. I love the Hey soundtrack. I love this song. I will say Landfall. I may have played Truck. I played Cluster Truck. I didn't like Cluster Truck that much, but I love the soundtrack. I think it's by the same guy too, isn't it? I think this is by, what is it? Carl Floden, I believe. I'm actually checking right now. I also love the haste by itself. I actually just love haste by itself as well. It doesn't say. It just says I'm an artist. But I think if you look, I can check on the. I can check on the. What is it? I can check on Steam, and it's Carl Floden. And there's a couple other people I believe as well, but actual beast. Yeah, it's actually on it's on the album art. This is Carl Floden, Errol. It's kind of blurry. It's Carl Floden, Eric somewhat. I can't see. But actual based people. Just lovely, lovely. I want to have a good soundtrack like that. I'll get there. All right. Anyways, now I'm gonna put an object. Use the one for. I'm gonna use one for a dictionary because that makes more sense in this case. Key value pair. So let's see here. Connection generic. This one. And then I have to change it to make sure it doesn't say chase an object. Object key, object value, the JSON object. Okay. So, because every public method that I make, I want to have documentation on. That's a rule that I made for myself, and I want to keep that. So that's make sure that's in there. Actually, I'm actually gonna commit that now. Let's do created, added new JSON array for each method, and then as an addition. Added documentation to JSON node extension methods. All right. That was actually Doki Doki Literature Club. All right. That's good there. And so now we have what we need. We can do for each keyword. I'm trying to make this keyword index. Oh, come on. And god dang it, I can't spell. Index. And now we do keywords index equals keyword. Should I have them here? Keyword. Okay, hold on. I actually have to make this. There we go. And put a. Oh, I see. Hold on. Actually, I'll just do it like this then. That. Get value. String. And. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, all right, that's good. That should be it for that. Actually, no, hold on, one more thing. And then, of course, you have to make it so that, or make it data dot keywords equals keywords. There we go. Oh, right. I didn't think of that. Okay, so I'm dumb. Good to know. That's important to know. That's important to have the information in mind. So I am going to need to actually make this a public. No. Hold on. If I still make this a private set, can I put that together? Yes. Okay, that works. That works because this is actually in the data class. It's in the type data class. So it does work like that. It does work. Even in a static method, it actually works properly. So that's good. We don't have to make it a public get or a public set, which is good. We don't want people to be able to edit this. This should be read only for everyone else. It's not a publicly accessible method. It's not a publicly accessible struct. You can go in and touch or whatever, do whatever they want with it. Oh, this is new. Yeah, this is Club Plus. Probably from one of the sad stories, bro. What the heck? This slaps, alright. Nikki Kalar. But yeah, make this private set. So that we can have, because we can actually create the object we need to within the class or within the struct. We don't have to make everyone else privy to this, or well, be able to edit this. That, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna type this out. Why am I typing this out like a loon? Let's just copy. Actually, I just need one. Yeah, there we go. Space, paste, paste. Perfect. All right. If object, yeah, I have to do this for all of them. I do. You get used to this. I have to do this for all of them. Unless I mean, I haven't found out I have to. I should make a helper method for this. I just don't know what. Object. Try convert maybe. Yeah, that might work. Say try convert value, or try convert value, maybe. And it can run this whole thing and turn back an object or turn back some data. You know, that's an idea. Hold on, let's do that. Because I'm tired. I don't want to keep writing that out. To be fair, I'm just thinking about this now as I'm writing it out. Say public static void makes these things take longer, so I keep trying to make other stuff. Static, no, not static. T try convert value to notch, or is like, what is it? It's just get value. Let's do try get value. Let's do T nullable, and then T this JSON object and if, okay, so T val equals null. Actually, it should just be T question mark. Nope, I pressed insert by accident. T null. Why are you complaining? It's nullable. What do you mean it can't be? It could be a non-nullable value type. It's nullable. Oh, go F yourself. How about that? Hey, how about you go take something and shove it right up your bum? I don't put it like you did. Now what? Oh, okay, fine. Return val. If I have to make one for arrays, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. If object dot try get property value. Oh, you know what? Let's do string key name. Okay, string key. Key out JSON node key f key, or no, hold on. Val equals node dot get value type T null. You know, hold on, just do that, and then that'd be made nullable, but it is nullable. What? The frick do you want? Yes, I'm aware of that. That's why I've put... I'm gonna wring your neck right now, I swear to God. Okay, what do you mean T cannot be made nullable? You don't have any... This is your error! What do you mean you don't have specifics? Don't BS me then with this stupid error if you're not gonna tell me what the frick is going on here. Click one more time. Oh, it's specific. This is your documentation, Microsoft. This is your documentation. Don't give me that BS then. Just shut up. Hey, how about you shut up then? Hold on, let me actually look for it. Here. Wait, has this thing been blank for the... Okay, it's not blank. 8978. Okay, this is actually on here. Now, y'all can look with me. Oh, here we go. Let me change this over here. You guys can look with me. We all can look together. Yeah, 8798, something like that. 897. What is it again? Hold on, let me check. 8978. Okay, 8978. My blinders is not on here. It's not. 8978. No, you're BSing me. Okay, well, you're being freaking useless today. That's good to know. Fine, we'll just figure out how to fix this regardless, because it won't compile if it doesn't if this isn't fixed. Okay. We do just regular T. Defaults. I don't know. Okay. Just F off then. How about that? Yeah, you still T cannot be named nullable. Tell me how much I don't care. Tell me how much I do not care. Alright? T may be null here. That's fine. This is exactly what yeah, this might be null. Oh. Is that what you're looking for? Oh, I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. Okay. Mother. What do you want from me? Okay, I'm gonna look this up. T cannot be made null. C#. T cannot be made nullable. Okay. Stack Overflow. Oh no, this is actually GitHub. Cool compiles. Code doesn't compile. Yeah. Question is blah blah. My null check, which just compile. Stream simplified. What the frick are you talking about? My brain wants to go kill itself. Oh, opening up Stack Overflow with my room, just as dark as it is, just makes my eyes burn. Okay, fine. Here's what I'm going to do, because I just saw a solution. It's dumb. Well, it's not dumb, but that was intuitive. Let's do this instead. If node exists... No, I can't do that, because no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to overlap extension methods. I want them to be individualized. Let's do if node is null, then No. Else no dot get value. Helped do vol. Hey. Hey, buddy. Null check be simplified. How about you go fuck yourself? How about that? Quick fix. Quick fix. Oh! Well, why? Blah, 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 blah. Fine, we'll do default T. How about that? Default T? Oh, that works. That works, huh? And not complaining anymore. Okay, defaults. Since all it gets it again. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, it's working. Thank you. Alright, so that's good. Now we can do instead, we'll do north button. Actually, no, hold on. Do it at north button equals object dot try get value string, and the key is north button. And if that's null, we're just gonna do a regular string. Should defaults.
Nature here is vile and base.
What in the?
See asphyxiation and choking and fighting for survival and just rotting away.
What the heck? Is Risk Rain soundtrack music? I don't remember this being part of the soundtrack.
Misery. The trees here are in misery and the birds are in misery. I don't think they sing, they just screech in pain.
Okay, Chris, I want to know where you got this from.
Misery that is all around us.
I'm actually curious. Dot east button. I can actually switch up a lot of stuff with this now. It's good. And then I think similar to object. No, I'm not gonna work. I'll have to translate this into something as well, an extension method for something like this as well. I just don't know. I'm gonna handle if I'm check each and every single one of these. I don't want to use a for each loop like that. I have to make some sort of, I don't know if I want to throw an error or something like that. If something's null. But who knows? We'll figure it out. String list button. I think I just skip past this part of the song. I think that's what usually happens in the game. It's cool that's in there though.
It's like a curse weighing on an entire landscape. And whoever
So how's everyone doing tonight?
has his
Nobody else is
share
here.
of that
No.
curse
I'm not even surprised really.
that God has created in anger.
Usually nice when you have like a bit of back and forth
Even
about this kind of
the
stuff.
stars up here in the sky
But
look like
I'm not
curse.
explaining very well.
Taking a close look at what's around us.
That's
there is
fine.
some sort of a
So I
harmony.
might just stop early.
The harmony
Be
of
like,
overwhelming and
I don't know,
collective
maybe
murder.
8:30. Just so I can get some other stuff done.
When I say this, I say this all
I'll
full
just
of
get this
admiration.
conversion stuff done and I'll see what happens. I'll see if this works or not.
I love it. I love it very much. But I love it against my better judgment.
Bumper. Default. If I don't put this in here, it will just throw annoying. Yeah, just getting. Well, it's nullable, is it? Bum, bum, bum. Oh, it's not yet. You know, I'll just do it default anyway. Ba, 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 ba. I'm sorry. Then it's usually when I'm doing it, I'm coding, just having fun. Makes me relax, I guess. Yeah. See, this is a lot better when you have the extension method. Because it's like, you type it in a lot less. It's still a lot of repetition here, but that's fine. It's because it needs to be for just, you don't have repeated operations. It's just a lot less than having to write all the other property values and stuff like that out. It's much, a lot better. I'll figure out something for the other stuff later. Maybe I can figure out an actual way of mentally how I want to convert this into something like this. I'm not sure yet. Oh, I forgot 2 of them. Actually, no, what I'm going to do is, as well, I'm going to do this. That way it's sort of, it's grouped up together. Basically easier to read. Easier to understand as well. Object. Let me put this in my playlist. I actually haven't put this in with this song on my playlist. This is 3-2 March of the Profane. Actually, I haven't played Curse of the Necrodancer on the stream before. I've had it for a while. I just haven't played on there. Okay, I know this is Soul Girl, so I just keep it in Japanese. I wonder why they decided to do Japanese for this part of the song. No. Anyways, that should be good. Alright. Yep. Yeah, what we need here. And let's make another one. Let's do. I'm just gonna duplicate. I'm just gonna copy this. So, yeah, there. I'm just gonna copy this. And do input. Type data converter. CS. And then where it says settings data, input type data, and basically the same thing. So I'll make it just a generic one that uses the JSON object interface. So that way there's no, they're all doing the same things. If there needs to be something special, then that's when it needs a special converter. But otherwise, it's using the same style or same concept for all of them. Either way. More importantly, going to, now that we have the converters, we have the data classes set up, what I'm going to do is, not this, looking for this, yep. Do converters, add settings. This thing take a list. it does take a list. Okay. That's good. Take this out. New converter. New type data converter. Okay. That should be fine, right? What are you yelling at? Oh, wait. This isn't. What? What the frick do you want from me? Okay, hold on. Before I... Let me go show the documentation here. Alright, this thing is yelling at me like... Okay. Let me look at the documentation real quick. JSON converters... I didn't spell it right, but whatever. You can't see me on the screen. Or you can't see it on the screen, it's fine. I'm just trying to... Okay, so this is for JSON serializer objects. Or JSON serializer options. Okay. Just gonna look that up. JSON serializer options. And then it says converters. Okay, well how, okay, converters dot add. I hear that. Which chapter 2? Okay, makes sense. It's using the same motif. Yeah, that's Toby Fox. Toby Fox's leitmotifs very, very well. The fact that it isn't actually a method that uses multiple adds, though, is kind of strange. This is where this is what I love about having extension methods now, because I can go into... Let's do duplicate... No, that's not. This pooling. Get that out of here. That's not it. Going to collections, generic extensions. And then I want... Okay, here I'm gonna do this. Region list extensions. Okay, public. Can't remember if they do multiple. If it does, if there's like, if it does. Void add this. A list. Just like say add T items. I don't think that does. I don't think that works. It's fine. Is Ender Lilies? It's a good soundtrack. I'll say that much. Anyway, you like T. Hold on. I'm actually look this up as well. This is what I love about making things. I'm actually gonna change it over to. You can see where I'm looking up here. So I'm gonna do C# multiple arguments. I swear to God. Multiple optional parameters to C# function. Yep. Okay, params. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Anti-parade, specify that separately. No, there's already one that's like this series, like where is one, just one with multiple. So that's what I'm looking for. Is that's I forgot about the params. I forgot about the params thingy. I'll bookmark these later. So let's go back into look at the code. Do params T items. And then for I or int I, or I guess just var I equals 0. Items dot count, or is it length? It's gonna be length, yeah. Length. Okay, come on. I had it spelled properly first time. Let's go. We're not able to spell. Jesus Christ! I keep factoring keys like crazy. Watching this is like, this guy cannot. This guy may be able to program, but he cannot type for levels for the life of him. You're correct. List.add. First thing, probably just do T. I don't even think it matters. Just do that items. Well, actually, no, this is necessary. It should be for. I'm making this a lot complicated than it needs to be. Actually, even better. Is the system already correct? Okay, so that's fine. We do array.forEach T. I mean, I guess you just put that in there. Items. Item. And then, come on. List.add. Item. Boom. We're done. Easy. I can just clear that out because I didn't need that. Boom. There we go. Now we have an actual. What's it? We can just do that add and put that in there. Huh? Did I not? What? I'm sorry, but do I not have that extension? No, I don't have that, actually. I was like, do I not have the extension method there? No, actually, I don't. It's not in here. Extensions. There we go. Now it's working properly. Look at lovely. Lovely. That's amazing. I love when things come together. All right. I'm going to add both of these. Created new extension methods. Okay, created more extension methods. Added new. Add overload to iList interface. And created try get value method for JSON object class. All right, get this out of the way, and I can also actually go in here. And okay, these are a bit more complicated. I have to actually change these later. And yeah, here's what I do instead. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Do this. Sure, move this. Var. Come on, copy. Paste. I'm gonna do object. Try get value. String primary. Default be allowed to be null. Object try get value. And then up top, using PSS Godot. Should be putting that on the bottom because it can be removed. Let's get extensions. Let's see here. Extensions. I have it in here as well. Yeah, I do. It's okay. In a rush to be fast, I'm actually making more mistakes. It's a lesson right there, actually. It's a lesson. Oh, I haven't even seen. There. Yeah, try get value, maybe null. It's fine. What do you want me to put a thingy here? It can be null. So if it's null, then do this. Fine. That works. Oh, this is actually from Enderlose as well. I thought this was from Spiritfarer. That's cool. Alright, so... Oh, okay, I have an idea. Do... Load data, string, file, and then task T loads other related data, the name of the file to load, turns a task data. Return. File. T loaded data and let's wait here. Yeah. Returning any data. T data. Return T. Return data. Data. Okay, so here I would put loading data. And we have, what game is this? This from Risk of, oh, this is actually Risk of Rain itself. Risk of Rain Returns. So I want to do private const string resources res folder. Say do sysconf. Yeah, we'll do this. There we go. Default settings. Input types. User dir user, there we go. And then settings, private const string user settings. Knew which was PHP. All right, let's put this up here. Do that. Do that. I'll show you about that later. Let's do. What did I do for the statistics manager? Player data. There's no need to have this. Instead of doing that, I'm just going to do another private accessor. So region properties and private or public, like settings data, player settings. Get private set. Get set. You can get it. So this would need to be a class. So I want this to be a single instance being shared. If you tell this is, yeah, but I say this is definitely Delta room. I love it. Don't you like potassium? Private set. Then input type data. Input types. I think this one should be a I said before, it should be dictionary. I'm still debating on putting all this in the setting or the statistics folder. I feel like this being the general folder or its own folder. I don't think it's being statistics. It just doesn't make any sense. Okay. I'll about that in a second. Input types. God dang it. New. Input types. I was making another conversion method for that. Actually, like parse that file specifically. My settings. Use task equals load data, settings data. User settings. Dir plus user settings. Data task dot settings data. I don't even need to do that. Just default settings task load data T. I must make this private. I think it should be public. Settings, data. I'm just realizing that should be public. All right, let's make this sysconf plus default settings, and then task dot wait all. Okay, in that case, it'll be easier to do this. Private async. We do in type T data T object, and then fine. Better option. Not entirely sure. Still want to be private, but I'm trying to think of how I want this to work. Waiting for this to be done, of course, but what are they doing? That's the main thing. Sync. There's settings. Worth a shot. It was worth a shot. Okay, so okay, this is where I look things up. I'm a little trying to think about how I'm doing it in JavaScript, where it's like, okay, so it's waiting a task, but that task doesn't have all of the results in it, or does it? I don't know. It doesn't look like it does because it has a void, but I don't want it to be void. I want to actually have some results. I need because I need the results. So how do I do it with a need? How do I do that and get the results? Is it? I'm not entirely sure. Doesn't say. Okay. There's wait all and there's win all. So not entirely sure. About the parallel class, does that may have anything that might be useful here? Parallel. Not quite useful, actually. It's not useful, is what I mean. I'm looking at the documentation for C# and the tasks right now. I don't think there's going to be a way, because I don't want it to be sequential like that. Didn't want it to be parallel. Just trying to think of how to properly... See, okay, let's look up, I'm gonna look up right here. Do C#. You can look this up with me right now. C#. God dang it, that's not what I wanted to do. Stop. Wait, C#. Wait, tasks. This. In parallel. Oh, wait, hold on. Get results from parallel tasks. That's not how that's spelled. There we go. Okay. Since parallel all take the action parameter and the tasks. Probably says concurrency and does not parallelism multiple threads. Okay, yeah, concurrency is fine. This concurrency is to start all the tasks and then use task.winall to join them. So I guess winall is the answer. Didn't like it before when I was looking at it. So in that case, what task is the result in this instance? What, the love of God? Oh. Because what's the result then? I would task that winall. The completion of all supplied tasks. Using the URL, source, and the list tasks, convert to an array. All the tasks are bolted. Okay. So I'm going to assume I know what's going on here. I don't. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't. Kind of thinking about what it's like. It's JavaScript has this promise dot all settled. It's kind of similar to this. That's what I'm looking for. It's like that. We're gonna actually look at all the different individual results of what happened here. Okay, wait, I think this might actually be it. This might actually be it then. Disaster and completion. For each continuation net results. Continuation net results. Is that actually a thing? Interesting. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with I'm gonna have to let my IDE kind of help me out with this one. So if I do, wait, all, so do, all. Get out of my way. Results. Oh, wait. Okay, that's fine. And then player settings, results. It's not good to have that like that, but that's work with it. Results. Right, okay. Oh, this is like chapter 2. Wait, I was like, oh, I thought this was Spiritfarer music again. I didn't realize it was still Dilthron music. Dilthron music, chapter 2 no less. This is Spiritfarer. This is Spiritfarer music. This is Spiritfarer music. Okay. Okay, I get it now. There's somebody here for once. Oh, hello. Watch me do coding, of course. I'm trying to work out the system here. I think... Okay, I want to make sure I have the... I forgot. I want to make sure I actually have the... Was it? I have any... What was I looking for? I have error catching data. Just have error catching stuff. Wait, load data. It should return an empty object if it's not there. That's the plan. That's the idea. And the reason for it is because, well, that's just how it should be set up. So that's what I want. That's the idea, at least. So let's see here. I don't like having these be like that, so I'm gonna keep that as private. Private. I'm gonna move it before the public method. Oh, come on. I don't like having the I want private, protected, public. That's the order. Okay. All right. Thanks. That's useful. Private. Put that over here. Put after the static method. And then perfect. And that'll work. I'll just do this instead. Here. Do const. Let's do byte player 0 defaults 1 and then player defaults. There we go. Better. Okay, and with that done, I don't think my dog just hit my door again. Well, I say hit the door, he's just laying there. As long as I'm licking his paws, that should be fine. Okay, so now we go back. Now with this done, I imagine any errors that pop up are going to be from me writing stuff wrong in the JSON file, which is fine. We'll fix that. We'll fix that when it come to it, or we come to it. But okay, so what I'm going to do with that then is, I think there should be. I don't know if I did it or not. I didn't do it. It's fine. 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 I'm going to remove this. Gonna remove. Nope. Take this. I don't know if I did it here. I didn't do it in here. But I did do it on stage data. All right, haste. I hear you. I hear you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So what I'm gonna do is take this from this one over here. Just do variables. There's no need to read private variables. Right there. Read only. New. Right indented options. It's private and it's read only. Are there? And we're going to overload to string. Let's put it here. Fine. Public overload. No, override, yeah. String. And then return JSON serializer dot serialize to JSON object. There we go. Actually, to JSON object are options. Okay, I do hear him in the background licking his paws. Give me a second. I was like, okay, if he's silent, I'm gonna leave him alone. But otherwise, I'm not listening to that. Even through these headphones, which are closed back, I'm just not doing that right now. Give me a second. He's looking at me in the dark like, what? What did I do? What did I do? You know what you did? Look at me like that. Hi. He's just staring at me right now. Yeah, I don't normally have this door open, but I'm keeping an eye on you, all right? Okay. Anyways. I've overridden these toString method. So that way I can just go in here and say let's do gd.print. Nope, come on. Default settings. And it should just know how to do that. Okay. And I'll be able to test it with that. Which one is this? Oh, this is actually from okay, the next answer as well. Now we're going back to the finally going back to the engine. Editor. Nope, actually this one. Auto load. Scripts. Nope, that's scenes. Scripts. Okay, this is where I actually needed to figure out where I want this to be at. Before I was like, do I want this to be in statistics, the statistics folder? No, I actually don't want it to be in there. I don't really want it to be in the, I don't know. I only feel like a, what? Hi, Zeke. His head perked up. Like you heard something. What? What do you want? Huh. I know you're staring at me. The song slaps. This song is great. All right. Anyway, so I'm doing back to VS Code right now. I'm going to. I guess this is not necessary. I'm actually gonna move all of this into a different folder. I'm not sure if I want to move into general or I'm gonna move it into a new folder called, I don't know, settings. Just settings or options or whatever. I'm thinking maybe options. Probably options. Yeah, I'm gonna do options. I think that's a good idea. Or not options. Settings. No, options. I don't know. Nope, not in there. Scripts. Let's go with okay, so now we're gonna pull this out. Nope. Data structs. But I want the settings manager to be in base class. Now, it's not connected to anything right now, fortunately. So before I do that, I'm gonna put this back in here. And I'm gonna commit all these I'm gonna commit all this information right now. So I forgot. Hold on. What? I see you looking at. I'm looking at you right now. You move your butt over here. You're trying to face away from me like I can't see you. I've still got eyes, Zeke. I can see you. He stopped moving. He is about to. I think he's about to go lick his paws again. He's looking back at me like, what did I do? Good boy. Oh my gosh. This 180-pound dog. I think he's quiet. No, you aren't. You are not quiet. You ain't slick. You wake me up so often in the middle of the night from all that noise. You ain't slick. Oh, now he's knocked. He's going sideways. He's knocked out. Okay. He's falling asleep. He's done for tonight. All right, Chief. You have fun with that. Or you take a nice nap. Which I took my nap earlier. Or which I took a nap earlier. I just didn't have time. Anyway. Now the point is to figure out exactly what I need to... Oh, nope. Not sideways anymore. Woke again? You couldn't fall asleep? No, big old doggo. Big old sausage roll. Okay. Going to kick all this off. Let's see. Continued working on settings. System. Renamed. Control data to bind data. Converted. Settings data from struct to class. Okay, just writing the most important things here. Renamed. Settings manager for settings to match file name. Created generic. Oh no, he's knocked out now. Generic load method. Manager. Added pair. No, it's not parallel. No, concurrent loading for settings data. I'll throw one in there for the tasks for the input type data as well. I just need to figure out. I need to rename some stuff so that it doesn't crash, because it will with the way things are named right now. It's fine. Yeah, worry about that in a second. I also have to make a conversion method because it needs to have the right key names in there as well. I'll worry about that in a minute. And I think that's the main thing. I mean, made load method private. Back now that it's private, I should make it lowercase so that I know it's private. Just at a glance, I know that's private. If it needs to be public, it can be. I think save data should be public. I'll have to make a save method. And that's for later. I have the UI to go along with it. And then created input type data struct. And then that should be the main stuff. Okay. Oop. There we go. Copy and just put that in there. And now we move everything over. So we just have it separate commits. Makes it easy. Makes it a little easier to back up from piece to piece. Okay, so if we go from move these over. I'm actually gonna expand this. Start off with the settings manager, just so that I have the folders kind of showing separately. You can rename this to settings as well, just to make it more accurate. Settings. Wasn't gonna do that, so I have less stuff that starts with S, but it's fine. Settings manager. The document. I'm just playing right now. Oh, this is haste. I actually didn't even know. That. I'll be back changing everything in a second. We'll move everything over first. Settings, data. You can change resources to data structs later. I'll make tickets for that. Keep track of that stuff. Settings, data. Keybind data. Keybind data. Input type data. I mean, it should be all the main stuff. And all the converters, I think, should be just part of JSON, the JSON class. And then do settings data converter, and then input type data converter. Both of these should be part of the JSON class, and it'll be utilizing from this new type, or this utilizing from this new subset. So statistics will have settings, settings. Actually, no. JSON. And then using Cisco. That's settings. makes more sense because they're already in that folder. And easier for me to make things generic later. Escado.settings. Why are you yelling? Okay, why are each of you yelling? Oh. Missing one. That's why. Okay. Oh, this is from The Fight with Queen. I remember now. Like, what's this song? I know this is Deltarune. I just don't remember where it's from. Alright, and then I think, yeah, I figured. I was like, one of these is also using the fully qualified namespace, because they have to. You have to for these parts. But I just don't remember where it was. Okay, so that should be it. And then moved classes. They're moved scripts to, or move code to new namespace. There we go. Commit number 4. And then I'm going to quit most of these off. I'm going to have to change some stuff later. Because I need to edit some stuff. But right now I'm going to check this. So let's go back to Godot engine. Back to project settings, auto load. Now I want to go back in here, screw in scripts, settings manager, that's fine. Okay, I don't know if that's... Oh, it doesn't? Oh. No, it does. Get off your rocker, alright? It is missing something, though, I will say. You reminded me of something I've forgotten. This root path. I need that for other stuff. It's static read only. It's built-in path. Settings. Manager. What's this from? Oh, this is actually from Spiritfarer. And then singleton path. There we go. That'll be for other nodes to be able to utilize this a lot easier. Now they're writing down the path every single time. Okay, and then actually what I'm gonna do. No, I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. I'll probably do something like this later. What the heck? I know it's Skullgirls music. I just like it. Just the trumpet got me in the ears right there. Like, wow, oh, ow, oh, my ears. My beautiful ears. Also, I forgot I'm not even showing VS Code right now. Alright. Anyway, that should cover that. So let's just do build. Make sure everything's not broken. Well, first if thing means it's not broken. That's fine. I don't know where this is coming from anyway. Oh, okay. What's this? That's fine. This is giving us an error. There's an error in here. That's fine. This is talking about their player file, which is what we're looking for. That's fine. Alright, mirror something else. Okay, that's fine. What's important is that it's actually taken all of this information in and it's actually converted it into a file. So it's good. We've converted the JSON file. That's what we're looking for. It's what I was looking for anyway. Successfully, it's converted it. Now going back into here, I need to handle that error like we handled this player data stuff, which means it's creating a new player data object, or creating a new player object or whatever to save. Yeah, what I'm gonna do instead, we'll do this, do that. Do like no default settings. That way, it actually is storing the default settings. I don't know if this is gonna. It's gonna store the same object. That's the only problem. I don't want to store the same object by accident. That's for me to worry about later. I don't have to worry about this. So make sure it isn't storing the same reference. Okay. And yeah, I will leave it at that for right now. I'll worry about this in a bit. That's her. Need to worry about. I'll be tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday, I believe. Maybe tomorrow or Sunday. I want to show you guys a couple of things though. Why do you have you here? And I'm actually gonna first. I'm gonna remove this so that I don't have that showing up in the logs again. And go back to here. So one of the things I've actually been working on, at least one of the things I had kind of done in the meantime, was I updated the UI and make it more cohesive. Have at least a little, like I said, cohesive. Let me use this again. Have a nice cohesive look. Does it showing what I want to show? It doesn't. Okay. Hold on a second. Might hear a blank background music. No background music for you. Actually, hold on. It should be able to show the window for... Yeah, it is. Hey, screw yourself. I thought so. Okay, perfect. So I updated the UI to make it look more cohesive and look more clean. And then I also updated updated a little bit of some stuff. I updated Orbeez idle animation, make it a little more bouncy, look a bit more like he's like actually kind of waiting to move, or just instead of making it look more sleepy or anything like that, just it's a little more subtle. But it's still kind of rapid. It makes him look he's ready to go. I had a few different shakes of this, but yeah. And then one of the other things I worked on was I'm gonna go for the boss fight here. It makes it easier to find, or makes it easier to look at. Because I updated some of the... Actually, you can kind of see the other thing I've worked on as well. I think I showed this one last time, because there's a lot more stuff. I did edit some of this, the gradients or whatever. Not the gradients, but just the color, the contrast. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Because these bricks make my eyes kind of burn sometimes, and I don't want that. But I also need to figure out exactly what I want it to look. Oop. I also need it to not lag. That's something I need to worry about as well. That's why it lags. I genuinely don't know why it lags. I'm gonna have to make that enabler, not a adder. I think it's adding. But actually, the thing I wanted to show is in the next phase. So I got to the next phase first. Yeah, so I add some animations to these mountains now. You can see them crack. You can see them crack now. You don't mind the screen doing that. That's I haven't figured out yet. Yeah. It also has spawning animations, which I'll have to edit so that they actually do damage while they're spawning. But yeah, just little things. I have to fix the crack animations as well. So that'll be nice. Alright, so back to... Okay, so it did go back. Nice. Alright, so I think that's going to be it for today. So I kind of gotten the main core thing I want to do right now. And in the meantime, I have to work on... I have to look at cameras, so that way when I go to that store tomorrow, I don't look like a dingus. So it's gonna be it for tonight. If you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, make sure to download more YouTube stuff. You don't need me to tell you. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Later. Oh, where's my thingy? End stream for some reason.